Okay. So today I am deciding that I'm going to use this mic. I'm testing all options out here. Now I know that you cannot reverse. Sorry about all these things. It's between. Sorry, yeah. I cannot reverse. Basically, the mirror image is showing right now on uh, on YouTube, right? And what we're doing right now is what I'm doing right now is I'm going to play you something that I worked on TikTok Live because why not? I'm testing out all the sound possibilities today. Nothing too special, just I've been working on lots of different things happening. Okay. I think the quality is better. Sorry, Dior. So that's what I've been working on. And I'm also checking out this mic so I can see if this mic actually I think it gives a better surround sound. Oh, why did it die on me? Oh, battery. How do I charge this? Okay, I could technically, can I use this to charge? No, I need another cable to charge that. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, hold on. I need the other speaker. 2 seconds. I'll be back. This one needs to be charged. Okay, let's see. I have 2 here. I don't need both. Yeah. Let's put this back on and see if this works this time. Just testing it out. Yeah, it does work. The other one I'm charging. So there are 2 speakers that create a surround sound. It's this. And this is portable. Hopefully this projects well with the sound. It did work really nicely on TikTok, so I'm testing it out here. I'm not going to sing. It's not for singing purposes today. It's just a starting point, right? So I was just doing this on my computer. Just playing around with this for now. But I thought that it would be important to explore kind of different ways to do this. Yeah, I'm testing out the music that I've produced on my iPad. It's not really anything, it's just loops. And I'm also doing a horizontal because usually when I go live it's vertical and it doesn't reverse. In this case, I'm working through the horizontal because I think it's important to have that for an actual video. And I'm testing the sound. Hopefully this mic actually works nicely, so it's kind of cool. And I'm getting positive things going on TikTok, so I've been having sales and stuff, and I just haven't had the time to completely focus on being on YouTube as often. I hope that I get better on here a little bit more. We'll see what happens. And then I may continue working on some ideas here. Okay. This is just sound right now, right? I do like the fact that I'm able to jump around on different platforms. I think that's kind of useful. Which is great because you have different groups of people in different spaces, which is kind of like a cool thing. Unfortunately, it does not reverse. On here, you would have to reverse this separately. I don't think I can do it live. I've tried it out over here and it just doesn't seem to work. Hold on a second. There's a possibility. Is there an option here? Highlight save. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, it doesn't allow you to reverse it. You would have to. I think I need to do that separately. It's a little weird, but it is what it is. It's okay. So I've just worked on this. I'm working on different qualities of sound today, and I think the mic is working okay. I think, yeah, I'm just developing stuff. And this little character over here, I've been helping promote, and it's been doing really well. I'm very impressed with the sales that are coming out of this little character and her collection of figures. It's very cool, yeah. And as I said before, I thought she would be the next biggest thing because she's just come out on all the other like stores. There are a lot of sales happening with her. Not huge, not as crazy as the Labubu, but I think enough to say that something is going on here, so that's kind of cool. Okay. Okay, so we have that. That's been recording. And yeah, just to catch up, I guess, on daily life. I think I'm allowed to put my own songs on here. I honestly haven't been using my SoundCloud as much because I am earning elsewhere, right? And then my sales on Poshmark have been doing really well because it's Christmas time and the sales just keep rolling in. There've been a lot of changes that are happening on Poshmark, which is kind of crazy. Everybody's freaking out about it. So far, I've been able to hold stable on the platform. Out of all the platforms, I think Poshmark has been the most stable for me because I'm consistent. I make sure that my sales are apparently cancellations are an issue now, so I don't do cancellations ever. I've never done that. I don't have any days where I've not been able to ship out the items. That's also useful. So all these things matter when you're doing social platforms, specifically things like sales on platforms, because that's what I do. I do sales on platforms because that's the easiest and quickest thing you can do to generate money from home. I've tried the Depop. Depop sort of works for me. I mean, it looks okay. Poshmark really works well for me. I've set up my whatnot so I can sell on there. I've tried the lives. That's very hard to do without having a whole bunch of people kind of, you have to promote your lives, so that they expect you to put money down for you have to invest in your lives, so you need to promote most likely on whatnot to get your views up, which is sometimes it's okay and then sometimes it's not. I mean, I have other things I need to do to invest on other purposes and stuff, but I feel positive that Poshmark is going to be okay for me. I've been doing Poshmark for the past since 2019, and it's been really good to me. I mean, I'm not making a ton of money on there, but I'm making enough to say I've had over 400 sales, let's put it that way. And those 400 sales have kept me afloat during my difficult time. I had like an operation on my leg. I'm not functioning the way I used to. I'm not active as much as I am or I was in the past. So I find that creating a space within my space that I live in is the way for me, and we can do it now. Like before, you weren't able to do this kind of stuff. Like I can't say back in 2005 I was able to work from home and then go on social media and generate money quite like this. This is different. This is very different than what it was like before, when I was just out of college or just out of high school. It just didn't work the same way. So I'm learning like everybody else is learning, but I'm picking up on things that are working best and things that are not picking up on things. See another Depop order. I need to just check on that. So this is the month for sales. Like, you know, music has been on the back burner for me. I use it as background music in most cases because that's the safest way to approach it on social media. You want to make sure that you own the rights, meaning you have the visuals, you're capable of proving if people need to have questions answered, that you have the facts, like it's all there, right? So lots of things going on. Like this is the track that I produced and I'm putting it in my background and I think it's okay to listen to, right? I don't think there's an issue with that kind of approach. I think it's probably the best bet. And I'm also testing out the sound. I'm using a Bluetooth mic today. I actually got this on Flip before Flip decided to. Oops.
Can boost recycling across America, but we need the policies to champion it.
Gosh.
We can help power the next generation of Americans.
Why does this not? That's an ad. They now have ads on SoundCloud. That wasn't like that before. It was not. What is this? No, I did not choose that. Okay. So yeah, I think it's good to take initiative, and literally I just use this for my like background music at this stage. I'm thinking of coming up with a new piece. I'm hoping that TikTok will acknowledge, like I'm on TikTok because TikTok is paying me now, right? They have been paying me. So I need to go to the platforms that pay for sales. I have been getting unbelievably quite a few sales, which I'm a little surprised with this little one over here, which is great for marketing. I think that's kind of useful. And we'll see what happens with more things going on. It's a company named Rumi Toys, which is like a new store, a new company that happened. I think it started off in New York and they're branching to different areas of the United States. I thought Rumi Toys was like an Asian company, but it's actually an American company which sells things from all over the place, which is really cool. I like that idea. I think that's kind of brilliant. Rumi. I mean, Rumi. It's perfect. And yeah, we'll see what happens. There are a lot of things going on, and I find that when you're doing things like TikTok, they're two different areas that people kind of focus on. Some people focus on trying to get the following and the views, and they don't worry about the aesthetics. And then there are some people who focus on the aesthetics and create an ambiance around them, right? So I'm the person that would rather have visuals that work well, because technically, if you're doing like social media, brands will pick people up that look and have the appeal for the companies that they're dealing with. So I feel as if, you know, sometimes people are going about it where they think they need to have the most amount of views, the most amount of following. And I'm like, no, that doesn't always work that way. I know that when I lived in Japan, there was a particular ambiance that had to happen in those magazines, for instance, with the models, and There's like a look. You have to look at social media as a visual content. It's no longer just social media because it's cool. It's marketing yourself. It's branding yourself and finding ways to make this work. So I think sometimes people always focus on the quickest way to get to 10,000 followers or 1,000 followers or whatever the following has to be to get to a platform's like level so you can earn, but you can earn money on the platforms without that many followers. You just need to know how to do it, which is what I'm doing. You don't need a ton of followers. You just need to be smart about how you use the space. And that's where I am right now. I know that I've slowed down a lot on YouTube. I used to be very consistent. Like every day I would have like a video out. But I also know the importance of taking breaks. And now that I'm semi-disabled, I suppose that's what you would say, I have to be very careful how I distribute my energy. So my focus is still YouTube, but at the same time, I am generating money on the other platforms. So I need to be wise about how I go about doing this, right? It's like work for me now. I've created work from home, and I think that's part of the process. I think that that's like the important thing to assess, is that it goes past just like social media, but how do you earn money on platforms, which is what I'm already doing. I'm working from home. I've been working from home, and it's like an office space now. My home is the office space. I've set it up where you can do multiple things in the space to make it work. Toys seem to be a thing for me. Obviously, I'm selling the toys pretty well. I'm a little bit older, but there is no problem with toy. I mean, I grew up, obviously, we all grew up with toys. I don't have any kids to deal with picking it up and throwing things around. I have the space to just kind of like leave it out and not have a problem. My fur baby is not going to sit there and say, "Can I play with that?" He would if he would. Hi, Dee. He's just resting. He's resting. So I'm just coming on here. Let me just play this piece one more time that I was working on for YouTube. Not YouTube, for TikTok. It's a starting point. I think it is important to have those starting points. And I'm hoping this mic actually works. This is a beat. I'll probably transfer this into the computer and then create a melody over it like I always do. But I have to come up with a vision first. And the vision usually starts with an idea. And the idea usually starts with playing around with GarageBand for me. So that's... I would probably take this out and just create beats. Right? So yeah. And I'm also testing this mic to see if I should just continue using this mic over, yeah, the other mics I was using. I think this is okay because you can get the surround sound without panicking. The speaker is great as well. And then I have control over it. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it works. But this is a good mic. I mean, for the price that I paid for this, it's actually not bad. I was quite impressed. I don't even remember how much I paid for this. I know I got it on Flip along with a couple of other things, but that was basically it. Yeah, I think it works. I think it works. I mean, it's an incomplete piece, but I think the sound is there. Or I can create a melody and then transfer that sound through this. I mean, there are a few ways I can actually adjust this. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm happy with the situation. I really hope that I get a brand deal soon. Not to say anything too crazy, but I do feel as if things are happening. Not quite the way I was expecting it to. I don't think I ever wanted to really be in a job for the rest of my life. So I'm sort of thankful that I did have an injury that put me in hospital that ended up making me semi immobile. I don't know if it's like great news. It's never always a good thing when things like that happen. But at the same time, it's had me start the process of learning how to do it for myself. I don't think I would have probably gotten to this stage without something drastic happening to me to be able to force me into being independent from all the other companies and working for myself. Because even though I do Poshmark, it's still like, even though it's run by a larger entity, right? It's still your own business. You're underneath the umbrella of I guess TikTok and Poshmark, even whatnot. And they're just creating the atmosphere to be able to market and sell on their platforms, but you still need to like have some business sense or else it would not work. I don't think if I were to be on Poshmark and I was not consistent and I wasn't a 5-star seller and I didn't understand how packaging made a difference in selling stuff and giving out little tiny cranes as gifts, I don't think I'd be like, and wrapping the pieces every single time I put a product or send a product out for clients. I don't think I'd still be on Poshmark. I think Poshmark has changed where they're focused on good quality marketing strategies. So you have to be a good person, a reasonable business person to maintain platforms. I don't think it's for beginners. I think you do need to understand technical skills and understand business to really make it work for you, you know? So that's what I have to say today. I'm just doing a quick little discussion because I really haven't done like a long video discussion on YouTube for a long time and where my mind is and why I haven't been on here and what's going on in my life. So, yeah, my sales are coming from this little one over here, which is the On To series. And I'm quite happy to see that people are taking to the products well, or, the marketing is a good marketing strategy. I like plush personally because I like fluffy stuff. It's just, even our fur baby is fluffy. We're all about fluffiness here. Oh, Dior's sleeping. He's like, oh, good, no music. Yeah. So that's basically the chat. I'm just hoping the mic works well. I think it was working okay. It does look like it's on. So I may just continue using this. Here I am walking around with that little mic, but I don't think it works as well. Hopefully, if I do like music stuff, because you can hear the things around it, it should be okay. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's me for today. Okay, thank you folks for popping over, whoever's come over. And I will chat later. I'm just going through, you can hear it's coming from here, right? So yeah.